Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Brytenwalda. Now it has been some time since I have done an episode of Brytenwalda, and there's a very good reason for that. Of course, the heat wave was one of the reasons, but also a few other things going on in my life at the moment that were a little difficult to deal with, so I had to take some time off a little bit from doing as many series as I potentially wanted to. So here we are now back in the land of Brytenwalda, and as you can see, I do actually have a rather substantial force now. I did have around 260, maybe 280 units in our army, but I actually had to go to Tamir to sell a few of our prisoners. As you can see, we only have 2 left. They are the 2 lords that we captured in the previous episode, I believe, and I sold the rest of their units to the slave trader, or should I say the ransom broker, in Tamir, and I have also traded in all of our war trophies and battle trophies at the same place. Now, also, what I have done is I went around, I believe here it was, and I went to each of the villages, and I picked up quite a few low-level units, so hopefully they will level up in a rather short space of time. And as you can see, there we are. We have 174 light units, light infantry, and 92 missile units. Now, I actually acquired 81 of these particular units at one village, so that was very worthwhile indeed, just to stop off at that one village. Amazing. And I think we probably have enough gusto, should we say, now to take down this particular castle right in front of us here. So let us do it. And yes, we will hopefully be able to build this without being interrupted once again. And whoa, we're actually being interrupted by a real-time event already. And as you can see, we have been given word that a band of Angle settlers recently arrived in Britannia. Well, we will be helping them on their way, because the game always says that honor and fame are important, of course. And there we are, we have increased our relation with the East Anglia by 1, and, wow, quite a few others by 1 as well, even though they hate us already. So, not really going to help us out that much. And, oh, the Defed is offering us a sum of 18,300 shillings to give them this particular vassal back. Well, this is actually something I am quite tempted by, because, as you know, I am having some rather difficult issues with money at the moment, so I think we may actually accept this offer, even though they are currently quite weak at the moment, and they probably have no vassals whatsoever. But as it stands, we don't actually have enough money, I don't believe, to be able to level up all of our units that we just recruited. So I think we will be accepting this offer. Yes, there we are. 18,300 added to the treasury. Oh no, I wanted it on my person. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, well that's fine. We should be able to go to A-Leech maybe and draw some out from the treasury a little bit later on if we indeed do need to level up quite a few. But as you can see, we have now run across some runaway slaves, and we will be returning them to their master, because apparently, according to this mod, that is the way to do things. So we will do that. Oh, we got 30 shillings, and if we had helped the slaves on their way, then we would have lost reputation, I believe. So that's a little unfortunate. I was hoping to gain maybe some reputation for returning them to their master, but apparently that was not the way it was going to be. So yes, that was not really a win-win in either respect. And oh my, they're actually giving us a lot of money right here. Maybe we should actually take this as well? I think we should, actually. We're gaining quite a lot of money now due to our prisoners. And yes, that was foreseen. They were actually attacking that in Britannia, I believe, all the way up here. That is not a problem. As I said previously, we are trying to consolidate our territory in the south of Ireland at the moment, and we will eventually be able to get back over to Britannia and take all of those back. They will not be able to fortify their positions very fast at all, I don't believe, at least. And oh my, this guy is coming to attack us. Aha. Okay. Well, is this a Defed vassal? I believe it might be, but I would try to persuade him. Ah, let's see here. What do you think in general terms about kings, lords, and politics? Kingship and lordship have been instituted to keep the peace and prevent the war of all against all. Yet that must not blind us to the possibility of injustice. Did you wish to speak of anything else? Yes, how do you feel about your leader? Oh. Oh? We might be able to persuade him. Shall we try? He has 100 relation, and he is a rather large army. It would be very nice if he would join us. I ask for your support of Britannia and Hibernia. Why should I support you? Well, that's a difficult question. Oh no. What did he say before? He said, the injustice. Ah, ancient rights as a noble or uphold the rights of the commons? Yes. How about that? Oh no. Oh no, okay. Well, yes, I did actually tell someone else, I believe, to uphold the rights of nobles. Ah, he might. He might do it? Please do it. Militarily, when I consider the lay of the land, I realize that to pledge myself to you now would endanger my faithful retainers and my family. Oh, that's a shame. Politically, I would be in a better position in the court of my current liege than in yours. Oh, well, I think we know where this is going. You speak of protecting the commons. I would be pleased to serve a king who respected the rights of his subjects. Ah. I see. He says, although I worry that a king who took a throne without proper cause would not rule with justice. Ah, that's not good. Okay, well, I think we know where this is going. So, should I go through with it, or should I say to him that we can talk at a later time? I would like to see what he says. Ah, yes, he will stay loyal. Okay, well, we were expecting that. But anyway, we will now head in. He does outnumber us, and bear in mind that we do have around 300 troops consisting of very low-level units, so we may have some issues here. I am hoping that we'll be able to take this guy down and then eventually be able to take out the stronghold that we are very close to indeed, because I think we've been trying to take this for at least 2 episodes now, so it would be nice if we could get it over with and finally take it from them. And then we will head on to the nearby town, I believe. That is very close by. So, ooh, it actually seems as though the AI is taking a rather offensive standpoint right here. Now, all I am hoping for is that our current bulk of units will be able to vanquish the enemy's forces rather easily, so I do not have to worry so much about the low-level units coming in. And, well, should I say failing? Because, yes, they just don't have sufficient training just yet to be able to fight these particular units at their highest strength, should I say. So, let's actually just take a look here. They have a lot of missile units, so we actually might have the advantage in this particular wave. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have the cavalry follow us. That might be a good idea, and let's tell the infantry now to charge in, and we will hopefully try to flank them a little bit with our cavalry, even though we have a very scarce amount of them. So, let's try that. Also, I have not switched out my horse, as I have actually forgotten. Well, I'm reminding myself now, but I had forgotten that it actually became injured in the last episode, so it would be a good idea if I could actually head to the nearby town, maybe to Mare, and buy a horse suitable of our stature in the land. Yes, we can only hope that that will actually work out, because as you can see at the moment, we are driving the enemy's forces back very nicely indeed. I was not expecting us to do so that easily, but it seems as though my core of unit is actually doing a great job. Now we just have to make sure that we take this fellow down. Oh, he has too much speed. Maybe we can take him down with that. Oh, I did actually hit him, or his horse anyway, with a javelin. Not bad, but not great. Yes, okay. Well, yes, my death ball, as it were, is actually doing a great job. As you can see, they are charging into the majority of the enemy's forces and taking a lot of them down in the process. Of course, I will start to worry as soon as we start losing quite a few units. As you could see there, just above this particular block of text, we lost a caravan master, and I suppose they are not exactly the most valued units, but it's never a good thing to lose any units, considering we are in quite an outnumbered situation right here. You never know. We may have some issues later down the line, maybe, and I just have to be careful that my horse does not get taken down, because you know me. Yes. Pretty terrible fighting on a horse, and yes, it gets taken down quite a lot. And, oh, it actually seems as though the enemy is retreating, so I don't think we really have to worry about anything else now. So we can pretty much wade in here and do as much damage and slaughter as we potentially can, and take them all down before they are able to rout successfully. And, oh my, good work, light cavalry. Nice slice right there from him. And I actually blocked one of our own units from taking that guy down, but at least our medium infantry was able to pick up the kill. Not bad at all. And as we can see, we have one enemy running very fast in the opposite direction from many of our cavalry units. I do not believe that we are actually going to catch him in time, unless that fellow all the way over there. Nope, nope, I don't believe so. No, he escaped rather successfully. So, there we are. That was actually a very worthwhile opportunity right there. As you can see, we gained 37 renown and 13 morale. That morale is going to come in very handy indeed, because as you could see before we engaged in this particular battle, we were losing quite a few points of morale due to having no food in our inventory. I did actually check at Temer whether there was any food, but unfortunately they had run out, as I had cleaned their stocks just a day before, for the previous episode of course. So, here we are. We now have 522 against their 417. We took out quite a considerable number of them, and I think this spells the end for this particular vassal. I'm actually wondering whether this is the vassal I ransomed a moment ago, but yes, I would like to think that it isn't, because I'm sure that they take quite some time to actually gather their forces before they are able to attack anyone. I can only hope that that is the case at least, but you never know. There may be some strange goings on with the mechanics when you ransom someone and they get set free. They might get an instant army, who knows? I don't know. It could be that there was someone else and the Defed are huge and they have a lot of vassals at their disposal. I'm hoping that that is not the case, because otherwise we're going to have quite some issues. But it seems as though the enemy is actually attacking us very fervently. As you can see, right away they are attacking us. So I'm actually very pleased with this, because usually, as you know, I have to cut away and traverse the entire map before we are able to engage any of the enemy's forces. But thankfully, oh my, that hurt. But yes, thankfully, they are actually taking the first move, which is very rare indeed. And my horse is dead, so now I don't have to worry about, I suppose, healing it with wound treatment, but I am also dead. Wow, that was actually pretty terrible. Huh. Well, I don't know what happened there. I think I may have gotten carried away with talking a little bit too much there, and my concentration lapsed. But it seems as though our forces are going to be able to clean up, no problem at all. As you can see, we are losing a couple of Dina pirates and some medium infantry, but I don't believe that will cause us to be crippled in such a way that we cannot complete the nearby siege. Or at least I hope so. And I am thankful that I actually put them into a hold position maneuver to attack the enemy infantry division, so that their shields were always up. And it actually seems as though this is going to be a very easy one round. Maybe? Yes, I think it might be, because as you can see, most of these units, apart from a couple of elite skirmishers, I don't believe they are actually very high tier, so we should be able to run them down as a steam train. Oh yes. So, let's see now. Yes, our forces, unfortunately, are still in a formation, and I cannot actually tell them to charge. I still have yet to look at the formation options in the camp menu, as I believe, whether this was for another mod of mine or another series that I'm doing, or whether it applies to this one as well. It would be very nice if I could apply an option that enables us to actually command our units while we are dead. That might be a very worthwhile venture for us to attempt to do. So hopefully I will remember to do that after the siege has been won. Maybe. We can only hope that we don't actually lose as many units as we are currently losing. Oh my goodness. Yes, we're losing a lot of elite units, as you can see. Oh my goodness. Mercenary captain? No. Oh no. Yes, that mercenary captain. I actually spent 2,000 shillings on that particular guy. And yeah, he just went down. So that was quite the waste, but I suppose maybe he did a lot of damage before he went down. I was hoping that he would be a little sturdier than that. And as you can see now, our units are now charging in. I suppose they have decided, because the enemy is dwindling in their numbers, they will charge in and finish them off. But unfortunately it does not seem as though our units are as fast as the enemy. So they will be getting away. Maybe this one won't. Let's see. Oh, that was a close hit right there. Well, should I say a close miss? But yes, they were able to escape. How unfortunate. Ah, well. Okay, 21 renown was our reward, and 9 morale also. Not bad. Okay, we did take out 4, which is terrible. So let's actually try to do a little bit better, shall we, Barney? Let's try to survive this time. That might be an idea, and... oh yes, I have forgotten that I don't actually have a horse. Maybe I can take this fellow's horse. I will steal it. No. We won't just yet. I think it would be quite fun to fight as an infantry for this particular bout. So, let's actually see where we can head to now. Okay, the enemy are actually moving ahead once again. They are rather aggressive this time. I am very pleased to actually see that, even though we may actually sustain quite a few casualties. And, whoa, we actually have a very large amount of cavalry, so let's move them over there into a nice flanking position. And then let's get our infantry over there. Oh my, be careful. We do not want to be skewered by any of their lucky shots with their javelins. Aha, okay, here we go. It seems as though they are blindly charging in. This is not like them at all, is it? Very strange. Okay, well, we'll move our missile units behind our skirmishers, I suppose, and we will now charge in our cavalry, I believe. Yes, there we go. Let's charge them in. Go, go, go. I don't actually think this is a good angle, but I don't think we had much time to move them around any further. I was not expecting the enemy to charge in that fast. I was expecting them to take a rather advantageous position, maybe, on the side of this hill, but, yeah, does not seem as though they were thinking very clearly. Maybe they were infused with bloodlust, and they wanted to take us down so badly that their thought processes were hindered. But yes, it seems as though we are very lucky indeed. Okay, so, let's see. Ah. Okay, so it seems as though our infantry is going to be charging in. I don't actually want them to do that just yet. Let's get them in another hold position formation, just so that they don't rush in by themselves, one by one. That would be a terrible thing to do. And let's get our cavalry up here, even though it's not exactly the best idea to... okay, never mind, they're just going to charge in. As you could see, I held position, but unfortunately they were going to attack the enemy infantry, so it would have been useless to attempt to stop them from aggressing upon them. So... okay. Well, I think we can probably charge in our infantry now. It's a good idea if I don't lower my shield versus this particular fellow. He could probably take us out quite easily, considering my history with axes. And thank you for the horse. Oh, yes. Personal delivery for us right there. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. It's a shame I can't actually keep this horse afterwards. Maybe I am able to loot a few horses at the end of this. That would be very nice. Oh my, I'm actually not used to a horse this fast, as you can see. 150 damage versus that particular unit with the speed bonus. gathered from this horse is absolutely amazing. Ooh, that's a rare looking horse, isn't it? Wow. I have actually not seen a design on a horse like that. That's actually very cool. Huh, maybe we'll be able to take that in the looting screen. Looks like a rather regal horse to me for us to be able to use for Barney the First. That would be great. Maybe we should actually change his name now as well, considering he is king of his own faction, and he does own a rather substantial amount of strongholds, fiefs, and so forth. So maybe it would be a good idea to change it. Not entirely sure what to, though, so if you have any suggestions, then please do. And also, it would be quite nice if you could vote up other people's comments if you do indeed like their comment as well, so that I can see more clearly what the majority would like to see. That would be quite cool. And oh my, what is going on here? We have one enemy remaining, and he seems to be dueling one of our forces. Or should I say two of them? It's a 2 versus 1 situation, and it seems as though the enemy is actually holding his own. Well, up until that point at least, it seems as though he was actually a cavalry unit as well, so yes, the mobility that they gain is rather substantial. And there we are, we actually only lost 7 units, and we gained 11 renown and morale. Very good. We took out 9 of their units personally as well. Okay, so I must remember each time that I am not on a horse. So let's get our units over there and hold position rather substantially, and then I think we'll get our cavalry over there. That seems like a good idea, and it would be a good idea if we could just charge our infantry in right now. And I may actually hold position a little bit closer, but as you know, when they are holding position, they are actually in shield wall formation, so they are a little bit slower than I would like. But yes, let's get them to hold position and attack the enemy infantry division, and then we will get our cavalry moving up there, and we'll potentially try to get them to charge down upon the enemy's infantry, which should be over here. There we are. Let's do it. Go, guys. Oh my goodness. This is actually quite cool. I like actually not having a horse once in a while, because then it gives you a whole new, fresh perspective on the battle, because usually I'm running around very, very fast indeed, and I don't really take much time to use the tactics that I could potentially make use of, which is actually quite a travesty considering the amount of options that you can actually use in this particular mod, and others of course, and it's actually quite nice to be able to have such a simple role as an infantryman. And come on, oh, I was actually hoping to get some XP there. Oh yes, I still did, very nice. Come on, take him down. There we are, not bad at all. New enemies have arrived. They do only have 100 odd remaining, so we should be completely fine to run them down and then continue on to the stronghold very close by. Oltan is now going on a killing spree as well, might I add, and whoa, we actually took out his horse and him at the same time, and whoa, that was very close. Almost had a spear to the back right there. That would have been not too pleasant, to say the least. Okay, come on, let's get some javelins, and let's try and hit someone maybe. It would be quite nice, if possible. Yes, we did actually hit someone. Oh no, we have to be careful here though. Yes, take that axe to the face. Yes, okay, well we didn't take him down, but we did a rather substantial amount of damage to him at least. And it's rather funny that my one-handed sword actually does more damage than the axe itself. Well, there we are. That was a rather convincing victory, I have to say. 8 morale was our reward, which is great, and he managed to escape, which is always unfortunate, but we do manage to capture quite a few enemies, and I'm sure the ransom broker in Tamer will be very happy to see us the next time we arrive there. As you can see, look at how many units there are. Wow. Okay. So, now let us loot and hope that... Ooh, only 2 war trophies. That's not exactly what I was hoping for, but maybe there is a horse here that we might be able to take? Wow. No horse? That is quite strange. Usually they like to give us a horse for so many units, but maybe we actually killed all of the horses, which is actually not a good thing at all. Oh well. As you can see, I do have 18,000 shillings from selling the prisoners for 13,000. That was great. And also selling the war trophies gained us a rather substantial amount as well. So, let's level up our units now and watch our funds disappear, as you can see. Oh my. Oh no. Something tells me that I'm actually going to be... Oh my, I am actually not going to level up those guys, or these guys. Not just yet, at least. I want to level up as many infantry as I potentially can. Okay, 52 of these guys want to level up. Very nice. That will help us out, and I think that will be fine. Now, we will continue the siege, I suppose. It will be finished in 10 hours. Now, hopefully that will be enough time for us to be able to regenerate most of our units' HP. At least the people that were actually knocked unconscious and so forth. Ah, okay, so it seems as though we are only losing 2,700 shillings from the treasury now due to most of our wine presses and so forth, so that's very good. Now, I must remember to reduce Kruagen's taxes a little bit, because as you can see, they are very high, as well as at this particular castle. Hopefully gain some relation back with them. And there's a border incident, nothing to do with us though, thankfully. And it should be done any moment now. Yes, there we go. Okay, so let us now lead our soldiers in an assault and hopefully be able to take this without too many issues. And, oh, okay, so this design, we haven't actually encountered this design too much. We either have quite a few ladders, or we either have the long bridge encampment surrounded by water. So let's actually see what's going on here. I think the gate is open. Aha, the gate is actually open, so we should, in theory, be able to take this without too many issues whatsoever. Now, what I am hoping is that we don't actually get taken out, because, as you know, I do get taken out almost all the time in every single siege, so we can only hope that I can actually stay alive. And how are we being taken out by these light infantry? How dare you! Oh my, okay, come on. Let me in there. Oh my, come on, I want to prove myself that I can actually stay alive versus a force of 130. Yes, I was actually rolling my eyes right there because, yes, that's pathetic. Staying alive against 130 when you have a force of 500 and something and still being taken out, that is terrible. Well, let us prove ourselves, Barney. Let us go in here. And he says, well, it's your fault every time I get taken out, so yeah. Oh no. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? I do not mean you to get taken out, but I am just overzealous most of the time. Okay, let's try not to take any particular injuries so that we might actually sustain a little bit of bleeding. That would not be a good thing. Let's try and rush their missile units a little bit. There we are. And, ooh, I am very lucky indeed that no one was actually pursuing me there. Usually they like to get out their axes like this fellow wanted to do. And let's take him out. Oh, he's going to use the bait and switch tactic, isn't he? As soon as I stop moving towards him, he'll go in and attack me while my guard is down. That is usually what they decide to do with their particular tactics. And luckily those guys were blindsided by our attack there. Not too bad. Well, yeah, I suppose if we were against a larger force, we probably would have been taken out by now, but thankfully we are not in this particular instance. So we should be okay to take this last fellow down. I'm hoping for a bit of XP. No? Okay, Dina Pirate wants some XP, so that's fine. Okay. There we go. Very nice. We didn't actually gain any renown, of course, because we did actually outnumber them quite a lot. And we only suffered 8 casualties. Not bad. we killed 18 ourselves, which is good too. So, let us hire as many of these rescued prisoners as we can. And unfortunately, I was not able to visit the ransom broker before these prisoners were available to be taken. Oh well. Let's hope for some war trophies. No, okay. No war trophies, that's fine. And I want to conquer this, of course, and I want to give this to... This is difficult. Let's give it to Agasicles, because I believe he was the lowest in relation. Now he isn't, but he was, I think. Okay, so Matui needs them next. Okay, so... share it equally, very nice. And there we go, we have finally taken this particular stronghold from the Defed. And as you can see, we have Lady Inca's party passing by. She has a rather substantial amount of units as well, 427. That is great. I like to see that every single time. Hopefully she will be heading over to one of these castles here, maybe this or this. She might actually be able to take it, because she has actually shown herself to be a very resourceful vassal. Because if we pan over here, she actually took Middlesbrough from the Bernaccia twice in a row, and unfortunately they were able to overwhelm her eventually, and yes, now she has come over here to assist us, hopefully. So, next time on Brytenwalda, I will hopefully be able to send out a message to all of the vassals if I am indeed Marshal. I don't even know whether we are the Marshal. If we are, then I will. But if we aren't, then I will make ourselves Marshal, yes. And then we will send a message to all of the vassals for them to join us and support us in the next sieges. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.